Hey guys, Thunderstead here, and today oh, this extra deck is not there. Today I'm bringing you a little Predaplant revisit. We're doing it with Desperado, kind of a pretty basic deck. Doesn't even really mesh together too well. It's kind of two different things, but I just love Chimera Felicia and Barrel Dragon so much. I mean, this deck will remove any monster, guys. The monster removal is insane in this deck, but it does have its weaknesses. Namely, Witchcrafters. They can just stop all your effects and you really can't do anything. So we're mostly going to focus on the ban list, guys. A new ban list just came. Let's take a look at it. Starting with skills. So Draw Sense Trap, they're saying it was too strong. People are putting only one trap in their deck. There's that Block Dragon deck going around with just one grass that's greener that people are playing. I was gonna make a deck for it but decided not to, and that's most likely what they're hitting, so they just make it so you can't just have more than one card in your deck. Now Cyber Style, guys, they're changing Cyber Style. They make it so pretty much you can't use one Proto Dragon and you can't swing with your Proto Dragons like they're beat sticks, so you can't really get your Veer out with them. You can't special summon other monsters, only fusion monsters, and they can't attack except for fusion monsters. So you can't use them as a beat stick like you used to. You used to be able to get them to 1600 with a Veer and do it like that. So tuning, they increased. Now it's only 1000. Instead of conducting your draw, you draw a Synchron. I don't think anyone's still... I'll maybe try it. I don't know. Beginning of the duel, add Ultimate Blue. Your extra deck can be used, blah, blah, blah. Add a Polymerization. I don't really know what they changed about that. I'll have to look at how the old skills are going. So nothing too crazy. They're just touching Cyber Style, and this was just to get rid of one deck. They just made it so you have to have 3 spell cards in your deck, which isn't too big a deal. So just really aiming at one deck there. But let's go to the real money, the card changes, guys. So this was already popping up in Witchcrafters, but they're preemptively hitting it. You know, all you do is discard a spell to inflict 500. You know, Witchcrafters could have infinite spells in their hands, so you're really just pumping out the damage with that. Already limited to 1 preemptively before it became a huge problem. Give and take. This was Raw shenanigans. Neos Raw. They would give you a Raw's Disciple. Yep, they even mention it here by special summoning Raw's Disciple. So no more of that. Raw's Disciple makes it so you virtually can't do anything really, and going on from there. So here is Magician's Rod, finally limited. This is the limit I said they should have done from the beginning. They were messing around and hitting Illusion, did absolutely nothing to the deck. Rod will slightly hit it. It's still going to be consistent, still going to be out there. Should have done this way sooner, Konami. Now, Shiranui Squire is where they get complicated. They took it off the 3, they're adding it to the 2, so it's a little less consistent. Still not as big as they should have gone on Shiranui. Now, Overflow to 2. How long have I been saying Overflow to 2? It's perfect. Logs them out of Concentrating Current. They'll have to use things like Power the Guardians to up their attack and stuff like that. Now, Dragon Unity, guys. How often was I talking about how Dragon Unity was getting crazy? Konami was just assuming Dragon Unity was going to be strong from the get. They probably had this nerf in their pocket for a while, and they're like, hey, finally Dragon Unity's strong, guys. Let's go for it. Now, Crimson Fox. This is important to be on the 2 because this is a card that was being splashed in just a bunch of decks. Even I did it in my utility deck. I'm doing it in Predaplants. All sorts of crazy stuff with this deck. So it works out pretty well. 2 limited to 2. Now, Crystron Impact. They're still trying to hit Crystrons. They can't figure out how to do it. Crystrons honestly are a little overrated at this point. The banning of their cards is making them buzz a little more right now. But Crystrons had their time. It's kind of over. They didn't get gutted like Thunder Dragons did because they weren't as strong as Thunder Dragons. But it's slowly on its way out. I think it should lose popularity just through normal means. Now, they put Spectral Sword to 3. This is still locking them out from Cosmic Cyclone. It's making the plays a little slower instead of the Squire Saga. All the same restrictions, pretty much. They took off Dark Illusion. It was a joke to put this card on. Anyway, made no difference. But Amazoness Princess. Now, this is huge because you really only run 1. But now we're going to be able to run 3 and all the other stuff. So Amazons will maybe be viable. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be tier worthy or strong or anything like that. but they'll be viable. We'll definitely revisit them and see how they're going. So pretty generic ban list. Some stuff they should have done quite a while ago, but they're getting to it. Better late than never. But we'll get back to this Desperado deck. Like I said about it, it just auto loses to Witchcrafters, guys. Virtually nothing we can do. But any other deck, it will remove their monsters like absolutely crazy. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Okay, here's a Pegasus. We're going first. So we got Blast Spiders, we got a Spino, but we have Predaplays. Going first, we're gonna just start with a set Blast Spider. You know, he's 22 defense, it's nothing to scoff at. Here we're fighting a Dark Magician. He's going to Magician's Navigation us immediately because Blast Spider can destroy Dark Magical Circle, so he has to fear that Desperado and banish him. But little does he know, we're actually playing Predaplants, so we get to use Practice. Then that brings out Spino. Then we get a normal summon Clammy, steal a Dark Magician, that's a Chimera Felicia. We're gonna just banish that Dark Magician and swing for a nice easy lethal. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here's an Arcana. We're going first. So we have our Cosmic Cyclone, we got our Desperado Barrel Dragon. He's gonna Hatronade our Cosmic Cyclone, not a real big deal for us. It is in fact Dragon Unity, guys. So Cosmic Cyclone actually would have been pretty devastating for him too. It would have stopped his tuner play, so we would have been able to stop him. He's doing a roundabout Leviathan play, but it gets him to the Ascalon all the same. We take that 3300 because we're not going to really need to hit any back row, and we're going to want to use Switcheroo on that Cosmic Cyclone. We get another Cosmic Cyclone. You wouldn't believe how often that happened to me with this deck, guys. At least 4 times. It was absolutely insane. It backfired on me way more than it worked with Switcheroo. But we're fine here. We just Predaplant, summon our Spino, steal that Ascalon because he would be able to summon a Synchro if he was destroyed or something. So we're just going to hit him for a nice, easy, casual, lethal. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here's Zane Truesdale. So we have a good idea of what he's going to be running before this ban list takes effect. But yeah, I mean, Overflow to 2 should have happened a while ago. Overflow is the main problem. Now people have to get more creative with things like Power of the Guardian, like I was saying. So here he uses his Cybernetic Fusion support. Then he Cosmic Cyclones, our Cosmic Cyclone. Normal summons his core. That's a Cyberload Fusion. So he could have virtually got the same effect if he just Cosmic Cyclone first and then used his machine, whatever the graveyard is. I don't know what that one is, because then he'd have 1500 life and he still would have got 2 Proto Dragons anyway, instead of going for the 3. But here he tries to swing with his Rampage Dragon. Look at that, guys. He can't even get over a Blast Spider. So he's got to use his Cybernetic Fusion, go for the End Dragon. That's pretty much what Konami wants with this Cyber style nerf, and it's really what should be happening. People shouldn't be relying on a Rampage with Concentrating Current. They should be summoning the Cyber End Dragon. It's not even that hard, so that's really the way the deck should be played. So he destroys us with 1, but that's gonna bring out our Desperado Barrel Dragon after killing the Blast Spider. We 3 heads, guys. That's gonna be 2 instances of destruction and a top deck. Top deck another Cosmic Cyclone. We're going to Switcheroo it away for a Sphere Boy, and then use that last one. It is an Econ, but that's not going to do anything to us in our main phase. We just flip him right back and swing for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are facing a Zane Truesdale. Going first. He's looking for a rank up. We got some Clammy and some Practice though. We're going to start off with it. Sphere Boy's MVP versus Cyber Dragons. So we get that Spino. We're going to use the Spino for the Chimera Felicia. Sitting on it with a Sphere Boy should be pretty easy for us. Starts with a core. Goes with the Overflow. Sets 1 card. It's got to be that Overflow. We get a top deck Cosmic Cyclone, hit the overflow, forcing him to use it immediately. But of course, we have another Clammy. So Clammy is going to take our Sphere Boy, turn it into a Chimera Felicia. Now we're not going to swing at him because I don't have the follow-up resources to handle a Cyber Style. So he's going to just have to summon another Veer, bring out a Rampage Dragon, use its effect, dump a Dre and an actual Cyber Dragon, then he sets his card. We're gonna banish his Rampage for him there. We use Switcheroo to bring out a Blast Spider. Now we're just off lethal, so we give it to him. He has 100 life points left. All of that was a bluff. Should have put that boy in defense. Don't think it really mattered though. So, Fusion Gate. 3 Proto Dragons, Cyber End Dragon. This is what Konami wants us to do. He gets a Cyber End on us once again. But how are we going to handle it? Just by our opponent not being able to read, guys. He's going to swing into our Chimera Felicia, not realizing we still get our effect. So he's down to 3k, we're down to 3.5. He has to summon a Rampage Dragon just so he can cancel his own attack when a monster special summon. Then he takes out our Blast Spider out of sheer spite, even though we're going to take him out. And we man up, we're going to banish that Rampage and swing right over his End Dragon, proving we are the dominant Predator. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are fighting a young Yugi. Go in second. He's using Balance. We have Predas, we got Blast Spiders. He only set 1 back row. We top deck a Cosmic Cyclone. Handle that back row. It's actually navigation, so we're gonna get some Dark Magicians on the field. He gets a cutscene. It's the Red OG. I don't think that's the one that appears first in the anime or anything, but he is OG. So Dark Illusion is also going to summon another Dark Illusion. So now we Predator practice, bring out the Spino. Spino's going to drop a counter on one of the boys. We choose probably an Illusion. Now we bring out Clammy, steal that Illusion. Here comes Chimera Felicia. We're going to banish the other Illusion, swing into that Dark Magician for a decent amount of damage, 2000 damage. He's down to 200. Remember, he also used Balance, so there's no worry of a Destiny draw. And he only has 2 cards. Make that 3 cards with Magician's Rod, but soon that top deck will be a lot less likely. He uses his Dark Magical Circle, really trying to finish the combination. Gets a Dark Magician, and has to end his turn for the scoop. I do another Clammy play just in case, because we are running 3 Chimera Felicia. That's all that's in our extra deck. It works out really well, and we just dunk on him for way more damage than we needed for lethal. Great stuff, guys. So this deck, it just swarms the field with monsters, and it does not care about other monsters, guys. It just runs over them. What beats it? Effect negation. What does effect negation? Witchcrafters. They can negate your effect every turn, making your Chimera Felicia much weaker, making your Desperado Barrel Dragon much weaker, and leaving you with virtually no out to Witchcrafters at all. But anything else, you remove any monster, you can banish it, you can swing over it, you can Desperado it. It's just over for them, guys. So it's a fun little deck, but with some serious weaknesses, so don't let it fool you too much. And thanks for watching, guys.